I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
All right, here we go. Happy Monday. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
How the heck is everybody?
Yeah. We're doing good.
Yeah.
We survived Monday.
Love Mondays.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
I brunched too hard yesterday.
I was gonna know. I could tell
Oh,
the
a little
witch.
sluggish today.
She lost a step on this Monday. I could
Ooh.
tell she was
Yeah.
hurting a little bit.
Bottomless mimosas, man.
Oh, they'll get you.
I feel like, okay, it cost $18.95 for the bottomless mimosas at Lenora's. So I have to get my money's worth.
Sure.
I have to have 12 of them.
Is that straight up just alcohol, or does that include food?
That's just the alcohol.
Okay. Is there a deal where you could get the alcohol and there's a buffet or something, or no buffet?
No buffet.
That's right. It's not 1987. Understood.
That's right.
The only really buffet that I like for brunch is the Breakers. I mean, they do it special, and I feel like even if gross people are breathing on the food, it's like rich gross people, so it's less gross.
It is weird how I bet even for you, Kev, I don't think you like buffets either. The Breakers would be, you'd look at that different, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's something about
It's
it.
just
yeah.
different. I mean, they are so attention to detail when it comes to cleaning and making sure that everything is on point and looks tight. Like, you're not going to find any kind of gradu or mess at their buffet at the Breakers.
So are we saying rich germs are better? Is that what we're
Yeah,
saying?
germs, bacteria doesn't stick to lobster.
Or like rich people germs somehow are better than poor people germs? Is that what we're saying?
You know, a lot of it with the buffet, it has to do with someone who's unaware and gross.
Yes.
And that's usually what does it. There's one person that is lurching through the line that you'll see. And not only are they like, eek, they don't look like they're that clean, but they're the ones that would sneeze, just or just, be picking their nose or something like that. And you're like, all it takes is for me to see one person that's kind of near the food, that's kind of gross and being gross, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Well, I always tell you about the old guy that farted towards the food at the buffet I was at. But
He's an animal.
But I've seen people do the other thing that's not as gross, but still pretty gross, where they're using, the ladle or something. They'll get some sauce on their hand, and then they'll lick their hand, and then their hand's back in the food area. I don't want licks.
I can't. If I see licking in front of me, that's it. I'm done. I got to just call it a day.
But you're right, the gross people ruin it for
does.
everybody.
It takes you out of the game. Yeah, absolutely. So how long were you out brunching yesterday, Virginia?
We started at 11, hitting the bottomless hard till about 3, then came back to my neighborhood, and we were doing donuts in that golf cart. It was so fun.
Oh, that is a good time.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to get a letter from the HOA because we were blaring Metallica and doing donuts.
After a 6-hour brunch. You weren't driving it, though.
Rocco was.
Oh,
He's
my
the
gosh.
DD.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think he's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Donuts.
No, Pando is driving it. Panda is responsible. He doesn't drink.
Okay.
He doesn't, which is remarkable.
I drink for 2.
Yeah.
You drink for a whole family.
Yeah, we had great plans. We were going to hit Lauderdale hard yesterday, and then I'm old. I had to cancel.
Oh,
I had to
wow.
cancel.
You canceled.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Queen and I, we were just tired, man. I was whooped, and I knew if I went out, I'm like, there's no way. Like, it'll pop on me. I need like a day just to leg. It's tough. I don't know how Virginia does it. Honestly, she goes out raging. I'm
a little missing a step this morning. I'm definitely tired, and this is not how I wanted to start my crawfish week.
Okay.
She's going to take a nap today. She'll get back on track today. Tomorrow, it's going to be a fuck no Tuesday for me. She's going to be on my ass like flies on a rib roast.
Yeah.
She'll be rested because she didn't have a lot of zingers today, if you noticed.
I didn't. I was
not.
going easy on you.
That means she is going to load up tomorrow. I am so fucked.
She'll be feisty and ready.
She's going to be feisty.
Yeah.
She can't see you. So a lot of her attacks are turned to me.
Okay, yeah.
We have to make sure she can see you better.
Oh, if I could see you, Kevin, you'd be crying.
That's why I'm hiding.
You don't get a lot of zings these days. That's because you have a whole big fucking wall
You
between
just hide
you
over
two.
here, yeah. It's quite a concept. Yeah, there was a lot going on. Yeah, we were talking, big games, like, we're going to go Fort Lauderdale. And I was like, and then Queen's like, and maybe we could find a Tortuga ticket. I'm like, yes.
Whoa.
Now we're talking.
Those tickets are expensive.
Big dreams.
Nothing.
Don't you love the big dreams?
Got up yesterday. I was like, gosh, I'm tired. I'm like, yeah, we're just going to lay. That was it. It was just hot. You know what? My son has his football games on Saturday. Oh. And all it takes is you're outside in that for like 2.5 hours, and
that'll wear you down.
Dude,
I
gosh,
passed
man.
out in the heat this weekend. It was hot as shit out there today, or out this last weekend.
Were you playing tennis when you passed out?
No, I was running. I was jogging.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know. It was awful.
Did you fall out on the street?
No, I was jogging on a trail, and I started feeling. I knew I should have drank water, and I kept running. I was wrong to not drink the water, and I started getting dizzy, and I started getting vertigo, and I couldn't really breathe. So I kind of hunched down to kind of just get my breath, and I got so dizzy I fell over, and I really don't remember 5 seconds. Then I came to,
and my pants were off.
Yeah,
I had weird rectal bleeding.
Who is this guy, Raul?
Yeah,
but now we're dating.
No, about 5. It felt 5 seconds that I was out for.
Oh, that's so quick.
I didn't like it.
That's scary.
It was a weird feeling. So be careful out there and hydrate. Even when you think you're hydrated, you're not hydrated enough.
Not for this Florida heat.
Yeah. So a lot of things going on over the weekend, not just Tortuga and Miami Heat and all that kind of good stuff. Taylor Swift, I know it's Tampa, but a lot of people from South Florida went up there because she's not coming down to South Florida.
We had a lot of, I saw our old intern, Christina, was there.
Okay, yeah.
My neighbors were there. It was a party.
Mm-hmm. And Mandy sent this. Apparently Billy Joel's a bit of a Swiftie. He was one of these South Floridians that went up to Tampa and checked it out. There he is backstage with T Swift. And
he brought his grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
He had to go to Taylor Swift. He didn't want to go to Taylor Swift.
No, he respects songwriters. I mean, she's considered a songwriter. Guarantee you they like each other. I do not think he's faking the funk, honestly.
Okay.
You can't be a songwriter that hate on another songwriter. It looks shitty. He ain't like that either. Elton John's more of a motherfucker that will call out people. He'll call out Billy Joel. He called out Madonna. He called out.
He's too sassy.
He's sassy.
He's sometimes too sassy. Yeah, but Billy Joel's not like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got an email from Cesar Green Acres. He's kind of explaining the Harry Potter on HBO Max. He said, the biggest thing that is making fans excited is that the movies were phenomenal, but they were also limited to how much of the source material could be used. A single movie would have been hours upon hours long if they had really followed the books. And the fact that Max got rights for the show is amazing. The plan is to do one season per book. So now you're taking what was a movie per book, and it'll have 10 to 12 or so episodes, hour-long episodes. So instead of a 3-hour movie, you'll have 12 hours.
Potter fans are going to cream their pants with that.
Yeah, then you continue to do a season per book, and in some instances 2 seasons for a book. So yeah, so that's what's, I guess, awesome about it.
I've just seen it with the Star Wars world, Virginia. People, if there's fans out there, even the ones that hate it, they'll still tune in and watch it, to even hate watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that's the book readers were always criticizing that the movies didn't do justice to the books, and that was why.
Oh, they're going to love this. You're going to see Potter. Potter's going to get a resurgence.
I wonder if it'll become popular again with the young kids.
It will.
They'll get into it.
I think it will. I think kids like Potter still.
I could see Rocco getting down with Potter.
Well, you're a witch. Of course. I think it's birthright.
Yeah, I would say it holds up. I mean, keep in mind that movie's almost 20 years old now?
Yeah.
And there's
Most
a
of 'em.
shit ton of them. I was looking at my HBO thing. There's like 11 of them, I feel like. Someone's going to correct me. I'm sorry if I got the number wrong.
Your kids were into Potter in the day, Kev. Do they
Yeah.
still dig it?
It was Colin who was into it. Yeah, that was kind of our thing. I'd take him to the theater and we saw all the movies together. And I think he still does, and he read all the books too.
Okay.
So he would know.
Yeah, I never really got into it, but I could see me liking it if I took the time. I didn't think I'd like Hunger Games, and I became a huge Hunger Games fan.
You did? Okay, then I think you
love
like
that
Harry
franchise.
Potter. Yeah,
I think I would.
It was decent. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's magic and looks like there's a bunch of dragons and shit. I love all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Virginia's the dragon hater.
I'm not down with the dragons, but I do like Potter. I love the Harry Potter ride at Universal.
That I do not.
That is like walking on a movie set.
That is like walking in an earthquake. That's Vertigo with a cup.
You can't be spun.
Yeah, what a bitch I am. What a Vertigo
You're
bitch.
old and you're a bitch.
Vertigo fuck.
You need to Vertigo sit down.
Oh, shit.
Old man.
Vertigo fuck yourself.
We need to get you a wheelchair and a parking lanyard placard so you can park up front.
Potter did, though, for 2 days. That was the ride where I was Googling on a Tuesday. I wrote it on a Saturday, and I was still Googling. Is vertigo, can you have vertigo for 3 days after riding a ride?
Do I just have vertigo now forever?
It's never going away. Wouldn't that be terrible?
He's never been the same.
Yeah.
That Potter ride changed
It kind
him.
of did change me.
I believe it.
Just like the mission to Mars changed Kevin.
Oh, you were a little
man.
bitch
At
after
Disney.
that, too.
I knocked me out for 4 hours.
You
I
had to
couldn't
vertigo
move.
lay down.
That's
I
how
did.
you knew Kevin was sick, because he drank a
A
Coke.
Coke. A real
I did.
full
Coke.
caffeine and
Yeah.
sugar Coke.
Yeah.
That's how you know he was really fucked up.
Y'all are some bitch
We
ass.
are. I am a little bitch, trust
I'm
me.
a little bitch.
I mean, grow a pair.
I know. Trust me, that's how I felt yesterday. I'm like, I don't think I can do brunch. I'm really tired. What happened to you, man? Why are you so lame? Yeah. Young Kev would have powered through. Doug, he went to go see the Nicolas Cage movie Rhinefield that tanked over the weekend. He said, I put it in the Cocaine Bear type of movies. I think Jaybird and Kevin would like it. Not sure about Virginia. One thing is Nicolas Cage really nails it as Dracula.
Really?
He's one of the better ones.
Huh.
Plus, like all the good Dracula movies, it kicks the shit out of the Twilight saga, which totally sucked. So he didn't care for Twilight, but he liked this.
Y'all get down with vampire movies? I like me a vampire movie.
They're okay. Yeah, I don't seek them out.
That's a no. All right, wrong crowd.
Interview with the Vampire is good because Brad Pitt's delicious. Ooh, we'd like to suck on that neck. Am I right?
Yeah. Sexy Virginia's a weird Virginia.
It didn't feel right.
Well, you're tired and you're trying to be sexy. And it came off awkward.
I'll shack his neck.
I'll suck his neck, Kev.
And Doug said if you're ever in Lakeland, at the Lakeland Mall, there's a place called Grilled Cheese Planet. They got several kinds of grilled cheese. I have mine with onion rings, plus get the smoothie.
Grilled cheese planet bird.
Just my game. Gosh, I love a grilled cheese restaurant. You really can do a lot of fun stuff with a grilled cheese restaurant.
Yeah.
That's why I was shocked when Melt closed down. Every time I would go into that place, it was in Boynton, Delray or Boynton. I get them mixed up. It was always packed as if a hurricane was coming.
I wonder why they closed then if it was always packed.
And I walked in, I was there probably 2 weeks before, and then it turned into a rib joint, and they were gone.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't seem to, and I'll see one every now and then, and they're in random places. I mean, grilled
They don't
cheese place.
last.
Yeah, they really don't. It's the only thing I can figure is just people in that general vicinity, they probably get burnt on it.
You do have to have options. You can't just go straight grilled cheese. You got to offer a meat, kind of a bacon or a ham or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
If not, I feel like, to your point, if it's just straight grilled cheeses and you're only offering vegetables, that menu's going to get a little light.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on with it.
I don't know.
Also, movies that didn't age well. The Switch. It stars Jason Bateman. I know y'all love him. I just watched it again after years have passed. It was released back in 2010. You can find it on Paramount Plus. Would be interesting to get your take or to have it be a Suits movie review.
Is it The Switch or The Gift? Because The Gift is a Jason Bateman one, and it is weird. The
Is
end,
it?
man. You guys, I don't think you guys would like The Gift. The Gift though has got a fucking twist at the end.
Like, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Not as over the top, but it made my tummy feel. I don't like the way it made me feel.
No, there is legit. There's The Switch. It's got Jennifer Aniston, Jeff Goldblum's in it, Juliette Lewis.
Huh? I want to see that then. I don't know.
2010.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
I will watch that shit.
Yeah.
The Switch.
Okay.
You guys should watch The Gift. The only thing is, I think you guys are too soft for it.
Yeah, we're too soft for a lot. I'm too soft for 7. I don't know how I watched that. And like
That movie is awesome. That's such a great movie.
But the end is like, whoa. You think about that for days, years, decades.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah, Jason Bateman was involved with Florida Man, the Netflix series that I watched
Is he
yesterday.
in it, or he just produced it?
He's not in it. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly his role is, but he said, I hope viewers love Florida Man as much as they did Ozark. Yeah, so I think maybe he's like executive producer or something like that on it. And I was wondering because there is one character from Ozark that is in it. And he was kind of like a sideline character in Ozark.
I noticed that with HBO. HBO seems as if they've got a pool of actors they choose from that's under contract with HBO. Because I'll see them in different series and go, huh, I only see them in HBO shit. They must be under contract.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, you see a lot with Netflix. You'll see these actors will pop around to different stuff. Edgar Ramirez is a guy that plays the lead role, and it was decent. You know, you see a lot of, it's mainly around kind of Orlando, Central Florida, and I think they kind of have a fake town that is their Florida Man town. But, you know, it has to do with that gold, that treasure from 1715, which was a real Spanish fleet that did sink. And
Oh my gosh, how cool would it be if we found one of those gold bricks?
My whole thing would be, all right, how easy is this going to be to sell? And because
I know a guy.
At the end of the day, the gold brick is cool, but about week 2, just looking at the gold brick would go, oh, we can't fucking do anything with this.
We're not going to hold on to it for long. We're going to liquidate.
Well, that's the only thing is I think for a lot of people like that, and I was wondering that because at the end, you know, you've got gold and all that kind of stuff. And my question is, let's say you did get all the gold from it, and especially if you got it in questionable means, can you move something like that? That's, I think a lot of times the problem with stolen artifacts and when people get things is getting it onto a market where you can sell it. Because if it's something that's really well known, people be like, I know what this is. And
you'd almost be better off finding a fuck ton of cocaine and you see, if you want,
I know a guy for that too.
If you want a quick turnaround,
we could sell just anything.
Well, I feel like you could get rid of cocaine way easier than you could a gold bar.
Yeah, well, that was it. In fact, that was a plot in one Netflix show where they had some treasure from a Spanish ship, nice gold cross, and they're like, how am I going to move this? And they wanted the cash, so they melted it down.
Wow.
Yeah,
see?
into gold bars, and we're just selling the gold bars.
I'm sure we can find somebody who can melt our gold bar down.
That would be such a surreal feeling if you were out searching for treasure, or you're just kind of taking a walk out and you legit find coins from pirates. You heard about it your whole life as a kid, and now you probably go, am I really looking at rubies right now? Holy shit, are these rubies?
It would be amazing.
But I think it'd take a minute to kind of click in for you.
But then you'd look around like, oh my gosh, did anybody see me just find all these rubies?
And then you see a weird guy with binoculars, and then he quickly darts out into the night.
And then he kills you later and takes your rubies.
And that's the movie.
Yeah, there you go. You just wrote it right here.
It's not a very good movie, but...
Got an email from Brenda. She said, since Jaybird likes Westerns, he should check out the movie Purgatory. I'm not a huge Western fan, but that movie is one of my top 5 all-time movies.
I'm writing it down. but I want the name of that email just in case it sucks.
That's Brenda.
So I can shame that.
It's got Sam Shepard, Eric Roberts, and Randy Quaid in it.
Oh, we like Randy
From
Quaid.
1999.
Do we like Randy Quaid?
We like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, there we go. I like Cousin Eddie. I don't know if I'm down with Randy Quaid. And yes, I did watch the porn. And yes, it's fucking weird as shit.
We all watched it.
It is such a weird video, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No one should ever watch Cousin Eddie get his fuck on.
And believe me, I did not get a bone piece. It didn't move. In fact, it went inside my body. It was very weird.
The opposite of sexy.
It's filmed in this odd motel,
Yes,
too.
there's like wood paneling on the walls.
It's fucking weird.
It is straight up wood paneling 70s
And
style.
I think she's blowing him at one point.
Oh,
And
you must blow Randy Quaid.
I think there's a mask involved. It got weird. If I can't. We're
He's a
at work.
weird dude.
I think they're both weird. There's enough weirdness for both of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
now you're not going to search for weird things because we're at work?
Well, because they can trace back. Oh, yeah, Randy Quaid blowjob. I don't want that getting back at We do have an HR, and they are watching shit we're typing in.
His brother seems relatively normal, too, doesn't he?
He's got to be so bummed out.
Dennis Quaid?
He's got to
Yeah.
be so bummed
Yeah,
out.
because he's like a legit movie star.
Legit movie star. And Randy Quaid was good. He was a good actor.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. It just all of a sudden...
I wonder if they talk. I wonder if Randy's just too crazy.
I don't know.
I don't think they talk much.
I don't think they do talk.
I don't think Dennis can have him around because Randy's a wild card.
Yeah.
Having Randy around is going to only do nothing but havoc for your career and your family.
Randy in
Probably.
real life is crazier than Cousin Eddie.
But is it drugs, or did he mentally lose his mind, or what happened with him?
Don't know. Yeah.
'Cause he was at Independence Day.
Yeah.
He had a great career going.
He might have flipped because of like a late life mental illness.
Who knows?
That happens. It can be like it hits you in your 40s.
Mm-hmm.
You never had it before, but now all of a sudden you have mental illness.
Do you think there's at least one person listening to this podcast, Googles and watches the Randy that hasn't seen it yet? Go, oh, this is what Bert's talking about here.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
At least one person.
More than one? Our chat room? Yeah.
Kev, have you seen it?
It sounds oddly familiar. Maybe I took
I
a
think
quick
we all
glance,
watched
but
it on your computer
Yeah.
in here.
I don't think I put a lot of time into it.
That's
Kevin
been
gave
out-
it like 5 seconds and then Kevin checked out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, you're not watching it for carnal reasons.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, did it get you so wet?
Cousin Eddie.
I don't think that there's a woman that could get off to that video.
Yeah, no, he had some movies. I mean, you forget he was in Days of Thunder
Yeah.
with Tom Cruise. Did all the Lampoon Vacations. He did Kingpin.
Yes.
He did Brokeback Mountain.
Kingpin
Kingpin is a great movie.
That's an underrated comedy. I don't know if Suits would like it because it is it's a little goofy.
He should watch that, though. We should make Suits watch Kingpin.
I agree. You've seen Kingpin before, Kev?
No, I haven't.
What?
Oh, it's so
I know,
good.
I gotta watch that.
If Suits watches this week, would you watch it, or is there's no way you'd watch a Kingpin?
If I can, I don't know. The schedule's a little wacky. So
Yeah, that's a big
yeah,
no.
probably. I don't know if I'm gonna have that time this week. I got a lot of chaos going on, so trying to get all sorted out.
What's going on over there? What you got?
Well, I got my daughter's moving, and then she just took a new job, and they're not coinciding very well. So
Is she still moving on Tuesday?
yeah, mm-hmm. And
Okay.
then she took a new job, and she got her new time frame for her new job, and so we weren't expecting that. So yeah, so it's a tough schedule.
So is she not going to be able to move herself and you have to do all the work?
I don't know that yet, Virginia.
Oh, boy.
Good Greek moving in, Kevin?
Well, I put in a good word for you with Good Greek, so they're going to
Okay.
give you a family discount.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of savings you can save is awesome because moving is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Mentally, too, by the way, expensive. Moving to a new place and packing up all your shit, it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
My last two moves I did it myself, and it was awful.
Yeah.
I lost a step after the last one. I had to leave the one townhouse because the woman who owned it me and her got into a pissing match because it had rats, and she tried to
say you brought the rats.
She said I didn't, and then when it got weird. So she did a fake thing. Oh, I'm selling my place, and she did. I don't think she did. I had to move 40 feet to another fucking place.
Oh man!
But it was still.
That's
it
annoying.
felt like a real move.
Like you just needed one strong guy, and you could carry your sofa, your bed.
And I moved it all by myself, and it was awful. I remember going, man, you lost a bit of your spirit during this.
Got Josh sent an email. He's got a movie recommendation. He said, yeah, you guys were talking on the ATS over the weekend about what life would be like if everyone had an anus on their forehead. Well, there's a movie about that, Skins. It's a weird, dark, comical foreign film that follows people with birth defects and how they live their lives. One of the protagonists is a girl with an anus where her mouth should be and a mouth where her anus should be.
What the hell?
It's very weird and disturbing. Yes, it's on Netflix. Also, here's a picture of a raw steak vending machine I found outside of a Shell station in Miami. I think you guys should try it.
Raw steak vending machine.
Well, what are you going to do with it? Like, you're going to get a raw steak, it's going to come out, and then what? You're going to start gnawing on it? Like, I don't even get that. What the hell is that?
Maybe if you have a grill in your car, you can make it.
If you're a zombie, you want to chew on something meaty.
Maybe you've got a pet lion in your back seat and you want to feed him.
I mean, who's going to trust that? You just got a steak out of a vending machine. I mean,
Dog.
how fresh is that going to be? You don't even know.
Remember when I sold meat? I sold meat on the...
He sold meat at a bus stop.
At a bus stop
Right.
on 45th Street, and there was no bags. They took the meat and they left.
He had a fire sale and they loved it.
The problem was I sold the meat too quick to the point where I don't even know if we got the full stunt on video and tape.
You made your meat too cheap. You were too much of a good deal.
It was weird. That was an eye-opening experiment. People will buy steak from a stranger.
At a bus stop. Yeah. That is so Florida.
It's so Florida.
It really is.
You're right. They had nothing to put the meat in. They just took the meat and went on their way.
I bought ribeyes at the bus stop. Just say it.
Just put it in my pocket and went home.
It's fucking hilarious.
Candace said, a little behind, but I heard you guys commenting on young people preferring subtitles, and I wanted to weigh in. I teach film studies at the high school level. Such a fun job. I let the kids vote on if they want subtitles, and they always choose to use them by a landslide for every movie. Easily 25 to 28 kids out of 30, every period, prefer the subtitles. In the beginning, I had no clue why, but my millennial self is actually starting to prefer it too. There are so many throwaway lines in movies I thought I knew back to front that I've never caught. Watching Forrest Gump with the subtitles on is a whole different experience. I actually kind of get it now, and I highly recommend watching Guardians of the Galaxy with subtitles. Rocket the Raccoon is so much funnier than you think he is.
Yeah, the Gump, when I watched it with the subtitles, and you could hear Gump say some shit you didn't know. Like, fuck you, Jenny.
Damn, Gump goes hard.
And he comes hard, too.
Oh, boy. Buckets.
You got Kathy. She said you guys were talking today about the weirdest part of the pandemic. Prices in grocery stores jumped up. I remember that because they said there were shipping issues due to COVID. Okay, well, now we're like months past COVID, and yet the prices are still climbing. WTF. It said, why aren't those prices going back down? That shipping isn't an issue anymore. They have us buy the balls. $3.47 for a can of soup. What?
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I was just yesterday in the soup aisle going, $3.50 for a can of soup? What the shit?
Everything in the grocery store has gone up 15%.
I bought 3 cans of lentil soup and it was $13. What the shit?
It's ridiculous with the prices. I don't know if they're going to come back down.
Well, you just don't even know. I mean, I did see that inflation has tempered a bit. It was at 9.1%, I think, like in July, and now it's getting down a bit. They wanted it 2%, and you still got a ways to go. But it is weird because it seems like maybe the prices on a few things are coming down, but as it does, other random items that prices are going up inexplicably.
Soup there it ain't, because it was so expensive. I couldn't believe how expensive soup's gotten. And if you get the shittier soup, you know, it's a little bit less expensive, but
then you can taste the difference.
Big time.
Now you're eating shit soup.
Call me old-fashioned. I don't like tin with my taste of soup.
I don't either. I'm real picky about my soup.
Amy's got a lot of balls with the prices she's charging right now.
Yeah, for
Amy
soups.
Yeah.
brings you a soup and it's like $6. You're like, what?
Amy's is up there right now. That's the soup I'm talking about. That has gone up.
Well, you got to get two because there's not enough in the can.
Well, what am I, 7?
Right. You gotta buy 2 cans of it, and it's just crazy. Everything is up.
I haven't eaten 1 can of soup since I was about 7 years old. I'm a 3-can guy.
Okay.
Yeah, easily 3 cans of soup per setting.
Even at Restaurant Depot, where I'm shopping, you know, getting everything ready for Crawfish Festival, everything has gone up. The prices on everything is just crazy.
The only thing that should go down is that fucking shitting ass crawfish. That should be cheap.
Dirt cheap, huh?
How dare you? The week of crawfish, you're going to talk smack about the crawfish?
I'm kidding. I that's my last one. I
The
can't.
star of the show.
I gotta be careful not to talk too much crawfish shit. She's under a lot of pressure. I get it. One crawfish zinger could push her over the edge.
Oh, a bitch could snap.
Exactly.
Real quick. The weight of the world. I'll end up yelling at you. Bringing up something from 8 years
I'm
ago.
like, fuck, the stack pack's not performing. We're going to Lobster Fest.
A couple other texts we got earlier about the weirdest part of the pandemic. One text said, yeah, the arrows in the grocery store. Anybody honestly believe that did anything?
It never worked.
It never worked. Nobody followed it.
And then people would start fighting online about how terrible the people who didn't follow the arrow and how horrible they are. And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then that would turn into a fight.
Mm-hmm. And somebody else said it was odd that you couldn't be with dying loved ones either.
Yes. People died alone in a room by themselves. That is just one of the saddest things about it.
Not to bring the room down, but that was probably the toughest thing for me, because when the pandemic hit, that's when Chewy's health started to really decline.
Oh,
and we weren't able to do anything really. And just being kind of stuck in the house and kind of seeing his decline in real time, it hit pretty fucking hard. I think that was a big reason why it took his death so hard.
It changed
It
people.
did.
It changed us.
Well, because you weren't able to go out and have a normal distraction. The only distraction was to read about how people were dying.
Yeah.
Or fighting.
Yeah, it was a really weird time.
It was
Awful.
It
It was
really was.
awful. I think it changed all of us.
Yeah.
But I think
No doubt.
if you recognize it changing, you can make it change it for the better too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
I don't know. I'm trying to make it positive. I saw
there
Virginia
yet.
take a left down to
Yeah.
negative.
Depression town.
So much
I
death.
did bring up Chewy's death. So that's kind of on me.
Dead dogs, dead family.
Yep.
So much death, Kevin.
So much death. Happy Monday. All right, well, thanks for the emails. You can get them into us, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.